it's that time of year.
Yes, it is.
Where we get really excited to get a lot of new games. So the Origins 2018 is next week, starting on Wednesday. That would probably be a day or two after I post this podcast, which I'm assuming that maybe a lot of you will listen to it on your commute to Origins 2018. So Eric and I, Matt is going to be on a cruise, which he'll talk about on the next episode. But the math trade at Origins just finished, and we've got our results, and we're going to talk about what we have traded. We got
right on.
It's ridiculous this time. I think for the most part, I've got more trades in total than I've had in my past 2 years of math trading.
You also put quite a few items up.
I put 94 things on the market.
Nice.
And yeah, I had 26%. So I had 25 trades. You had 66?
Yeah.
You had 2/3 of your trades?
Oh, yeah.
How many did you put up?
I think it was only like 28.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I went pretty low this time, but a lot of mine got traded.
All right, well, we'll start with you, Eric.
All right.
What did you get rid of? Don't do the, like, I got this for this kind of thing. Just go.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, do you think that's cool? Or we could...
Huh?
You want to do it that way?
I was gonna.
All right, go ahead and do it that way. That's fine. What do you think, Matt? Sound cool?
Nah, whatever.
All right. So I got Aquasphere. Awesome game. Well, I think we haven't played it yet. We'll get to that
Eric's
a little
list
more.
has a very comical thing to it, by the way. So this is going to be funny.
And I traded off Robot Turtles. Which it was a pretty good trade on my part. As you'll see on this list, or even on Tim's list, not everyone's going to make really good trades. But you do kind of, in a math trade, you do, you say, I want to trade this game and I'll take any of this stuff. So most of the time you're going to get rid of a game that you necessarily don't like, but someone out there is going to like that game and you trade off.
Yeah, like the value of your item in comparison to their item may be dramatic, but they wanted that thing you're giving away. And
right.
It does, and since it's not a direct
It's not a direct trade, right?
It doesn't mean that it's that difference in value between the person on the other end.
Right.
So
Aquasphere for Robot Turtles. Also,
actually, hold on.
Sure.
If you're not familiar with what a math trade is, I think we probably should preface this real quick.
All right, do that.
The quick part about a math trade is if you're trading one-on-one, I'll trade you this game for that game. That is a trade. If you have 500 people trying to trade amongst each other, or even if, say, you had 5 people, person A I may want Matt's game, but he doesn't want a game I have, but he wants a game that Eric has, and Eric wants a game that I have, etc. So Eric and I might trade, and then I trade what I got from Eric to Matt. Right, that would be a math trade. Mm-hmm. That'd be a two-step math trade.
Not quite. You would give me a game. I would give Matt a game, and Matt would give you a game.
That's what I said.
Or you said trade, and then you would give the game to Matt.
Whatever. The point being is there's a multiple trade thing, and no one ends up with a direct trade.
Right.
Between this person and that person. I mean,
I guess
could
a direct
happen, but
trade
whatever.
could happen, but.
Anyway, so what happens is in a math trade, you're going to go on a website on Board Game Geek under the trade section forum. And they're going to say, like, 2018 Gen Con or Origins math trade. It's too late for the Origins, actually, but the Gen Con one is kind of up in the air. I'm assuming it'll happen in some form or fashion.
I would hope so.
I would hope so. Yeah, I'd be very disappointed. But anyway, you'll go on. There's going to be a geek list that you're going to add everything that you want to put into the trade. It doesn't mean it's going to trade, and it doesn't mean you have to actually apply it to anything. Mm-hmm. This is just what you're putting into the pool as a possibility. So you put in all your entries. You have to list what condition it is, if like the cards are sleeved, if they're like dishing on the box or any kind of wear. Some people take pictures of them and just put those links or whatever. You can do that. Anyway, when the submission time ends, which usually has like 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to bring all those games into one of 2 apps, either Abacorn or OWL. Open Want List Generator or whatever. It's Online Want List Generator, whatever the acronym was for that. Which OLWLG.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's going to put them in a big, massive pool, like every single person's game. Like for Origin, there was like 3,000 games or something. And then what you do is you go through this list and you say, I would like, Rising Sun. So you click the check mark for Rising Sun, you click add, and then it's going to bring up a pop-up that has every game that you entered into the math trade and says, what one item would you be willing to give up for it? You can check every bit of it. It doesn't mean that it's going to trade multiple. It's only going to pick one of those. But these are the ones you are willing to give up for that, into that trade. You go through this entire list. This is why at the beginning of the podcast we said we took hours to do this. This is a very
many hours.
This is a very large math trade. And on top of that, you also kind of look at games and see what they're about, because you're like, I've never heard of that game. Click, oh, that got a good rating. Oh, it looks pretty cool. I like pickup and delivery, whatever. So you're doing a little bit of research as well. Anyway, that gives you like a week or so to make all your decisions. And then they're going to put it through what's called a trade maximizer, which will take all those results or all those wants and stuff and parse it into an actual finished result list. And it's going to say, here's all the games you need to go give to all these Board Game Geek users. Here's all the games that you're going to receive from all these other Board Game Geek users. Some of them might be the same. A lot of them are different. And then there's always a meetup time at the convention. And what makes it really cool is that there's some shipping math trades, but you would spend a lot of money in shipping. This one, you just bring all these games and trade them out and get a lot of games in. So,
oh yeah, yep,
very, very cool.
Yep, we've been doing it so far. The last 2 or 3, I guess the third year for us, but they've been doing it for over 3 years.
Oh yeah, and I think the last thing I want to say is another. One man's trash is definitely another man's treasure in this case.
Oh, definitely.
Unless somebody gets on there and just starts getting like lazy and checking things they didn't care about, or, you know, applying hefty games towards like, you know, Rising Sun. Well, I'll take no thanks. You know, unless they have to go out of their way to make them lose out on everything.
Right.
They are typically going to only check things they are willing to receive and give away. So it's always usually going to be happy for everyone.
Exactly.
Anyway, continue.
Unless you mess up.
Yeah, unless you mess up. But
right. All right. Which I have before. But
you kind of did now.
Oh. I did. I did put in $160 in this math trade in different denominations as well. So
that's like trading games, right?
Yeah, that's like trading my money for games.
Potential game for a physical game.
Yeah. So $40. I bought Eldritch Horror, Forsaken Lore, Mountains of Madness. Eldritch Horror with 3 expansions. Expansions being Forsaken Lore, Mountains of Madness, and Strange Remnants. $50. I bought Catan with Seafarers.
You
traded my $50 for Catan, Seafarers, Cities and Knights, Traders and Barbarians, all with their 5 and 6 player expansions. For Karuba, I got Tiny Epic Quest, the deluxe edition.
Wow.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Many times.
With a sweetener of a game called Fate of Aklon and The Spoil is a card game. For Rum and Bones, I got another Catan with Seafarers, Cities and Knights, and with their 5 and 6 player expansions. So there is.
You really like that game.
I really like Catan, right? Now there is a check mark if you don't want duplicates. You can click that. I might do it later. I don't know. Now I have to get rid of some of these games.
As he reads the rest of his list, you'll be like, Eric, why didn't you click that?
So there's a Thief, France 1429, the Kickstarter version. So it comes with like the Crusaders, Templars, Knights, Tactics, Politics expansions. I trade that for Legendary. That was new in Shrink. For Quirkle, I got Space Hulk, the Death Angel card game.
This is the second? No, you got that last time.
Well, I bought that game.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't trade for it.
I think I got it last time, but
Did you get it last?
It revolves in and out of the collection.
All right.
For Steam Park, I did pretty well. I got BattleCon, Devastation of Endines. With the War of Endines expansion, War of Endines Extended Edition expansion, and Fate of Endines expansion, and some Kickstarter promos.
I was unaware that Eric even owned Steam Park. Did you say Steam Park?
Yeah.
You did say, yeah.
I didn't know he had it.
I never played that one. I purchased it, went on the shelf, never got played. You have your copy, so.
Yeah. I agree with that.
it's time for it to go. So, Ultimate Warriors, I got Ashes, Rise of the Phoenixborn. That's 2 starters of that. Plus the expansion, you know, they're the mini expansions or expansion packs.
It's like a character pack.
Yeah, Children of Black Cloud, Frostdale Giants, the Duchess of Deception, and then Roaring Rose. For Star Wars Destiny 2-player game, I got a nice good game called Frag. And Frag, what is it? Frag for the Win Edition expansion.
It comes with the expansion, yeah.
Is coming back.
Oh, God.
So be prepared to play that again.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just play Adrenaline, but we're going to try out Frag.
Yeah, we got to play with the expansion now. So $5, I got my second copy of Aquasphere.
Eric doubles up.
Yeah, I like a lot of the same games. You know?
Okay.
All right, for $20, I got Tim's Cool Mini or Not promo pack from 2016. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll give it to you before you leave.
All right.
One trade down.
Yeah. So $5, I got Gloom. These are first editions. They do have a second edition.
That's also kind of ridiculous considering there's like 500 people in this.
Yeah. $5 for Gloom, Unhappy Homes, Unwelcome Guests, Unfortunate Expeditions, and a Cthulhu Gloom that doesn't have a box. $10, I got Tiny Epic Quest, the Kickstarter edition. Is a good game, guys.
He got one of those.
That's my second one.
Second one?
Yeah. For Jaipur, I got Tiny Epic Quest, the Kickstarter edition. That's my third one.
That's your third one.
For $5, I got Rum and Bones Mercenaries, Z, the Poets.
And if you weren't hearing earlier,
You traded
I'll trade
it
off
off.
my Rum and Bones. That's all right. So $15, I got Survive, Escape from Atlantis with the 5 and 6-player expansion, as well as an older copy of Pandemic and On the Brink expansion. And for $10, I got my 4th copy of Tiny Epic Quest Kickstarter edition. If anybody's looking out for this game, contact me.
You didn't even say the first part.
What's that?
3 weeks earlier, he bought one at the flea market.
I bought one in the flea market, I think for $15. I got 5. I'm going to come back home with 5 copies of this game. I like it a lot. That's how much I like this game. I
wasn't aware he liked it that much.
I had no clue. I was like, Eric, 3 weeks ago you bought this in the flea market. Why did you keep going after them? They'll trade well, they'll sell well, whatever. But it was just funny.
Actually, a guy contacted me. It was really nice. He noticed I got 4 copies, so he was like, "Oh, I noticed you got these 4 copies of this game. I'm not sure if it's intentional or not. Maybe the duplicate protection failed you. Here is a list of games that didn't trade for other people that wanted my copy of."
Oh, like he put it together for you?
Yeah, he put it together for me, sent it to me. He was like, if you wanted to contact any of these people, you might want, be able to trade it out, get a different game. So I thought that was really nice.
Was his games on there too?
No.
That's actually cool.
Yeah.
Was it the trade organizer or just some random person?
No, just one of the persons I traded with.
That's awesome. I like Board Game Geek. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like everybody in the mat trade is like super cool.
Yeah.
And you might be thinking, what happens if these people don't show up? I mean, they get permanently banned. And I think even in the past, somebody didn't show up and like took all their, didn't give out their games or something, or they got all their games but never gave any outs.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of the people who weren't even involved with that or lost out, they like donated money to get
even the other person out.
Right, to pay out that other person or to like buy the games or whatever it was. But I mean, people have stepped up when bad things have happened.
And I don't think bad things happen very often.
I think that's one of the 2 that I know of.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a very honor system thing, but at the same time, it's super well done.
I would say sometimes you are going to get to the point. You are going to get a game that might be missing a piece and stuff like that. I've had that happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's not as big of a deal. I mean, depending on the piece,
right?
Or they might kind of say, oh, it has a little bit of shelf wear.
It has more than a little bit.
It's been kicked in.
Yeah. Did you hate this game physically?
But more than not, things are going to be pretty accurate. You're going to get the game that you wanted, and it's going to be in the condition that you pretty much expected it to.
Yeah.
And they are used games, so you can't expect perfectness from everything.
Some of them are used. Most of my list is new and shrink.
That's right.
I go for the new insurance games.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. It just happened to be like either the only copy of it or whatever. So, all right. So for me, I traded a Boss Monster promo, the Malakil promo, for Mighty Monsters. I'm always excited to trade a promo for a game. I mean, value, it's probably close.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's just weird to trade one card for a game.
Right.
I traded the Witcher Adventure card game, the Witcher Adventure game by Fantasy Flight for Draconis Invasion. It's a Kickstarter. I think it was like maybe a deck builder. I can't remember now. It looked really cool. It got cool ratings. I was like, sure, why not? Nefarious and its expansion, I traded for Hacindia. What was that?
Did your cat yank on a cord?
Oh, he did. He knocked over my... So I have my laptop power pack kind of propped up by Monster Apocalypse, and he knocked that over, and it had a bunch of stuff in it. So, all right, we're good. We're good to go. Anyway, it's called Hacinda. Hacindia.
Sounds right.
Hacienda?
Hacienda?
That probably sounds better.
That is...
that sounds cool.
That is a Spanish word for something.
Hacienda.
I can't remember what it
Maybe a
is.
party or...
South American Pampas.
Maybe not.
You're competing for space on the South American Pampas. Anyway, it's a Rio Grande game. It's got a 7. I thought it was pretty cool looking. Battlestar Galactica, I traded for Royals.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
New and Shrink. Junta. It is good.
Oh my.
We never got to play any of our juntas.
Do you still have yours?
No.
You got rid of yours?
Yeah.
I still got mine.
Oh, you still
there
got
we go.
yours?
There we go. We got one copy that we can possibly play. I traded that for Laser Riders in the Kickstarter promos.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Quirkle, apparently. Dude,
Quirkle?
Quirkle.
Trades well.
Everybody wants Quirkle.
If you find Quirkles, Eric finds them at Goodwill's. I bought them at Hobby Lobby for like 40% off. My Quirkle traded for Order of the Gilded Compass from Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. I think he won that at Lexicon. I'm trading a Caverna water expansion. It's just a sheet of tiles for Caverna. And I got Olympus in New and Shrink, which is actually a game that's been on clearance a few times for like $15 or $14 or something, but it's got good reviews. Unlock, one of the Unlock games, I traded for Tiny Epic Galaxies Beyond the Black Kickstarter version. Cool. So I'm really, really interested. I like that. I want to try that out. I gave $5 or traded, sorry, for Vikings on Board, New and Shrink.
Oh.
That was one of those games where I played it at Dice Tower Con. I was like, this is okay. This is like Vikings not on board because you never get your Vikings on a ship. It's really
Was
weird.
that the blue orange game?
Yeah.
Okay.
But New and Shrink for $5, sure.
Yeah, I'll take that.
The Shadow over Westminster, I traded that for New and Shrink copy of Spinderella.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
We're excited about kid games.
It's a fun game.
It's a fun game.
It's
You have that, right?
No, we never got it, but I played it with the kids at Lexicon.
Oh, that's what it was.
They had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. So I thought that would be a cool game to get.
Yeah.
It's pretty unique.
Yeah, I really like it. $5 I traded for Samara, New and Shrink, the game we played at Lexicon. Well,
That was yeah. Well, we got the gist of it.
Jason said a lot of good words about it.
It sounded good.
But
I mean, it kind of played pretty well. I think it'll be a good game.
$5, it's good.
Yeah.
Grim Slingers I traded for The Secret of Monte Cristo, which is actually a neat game because I don't know if it flew under the radar or what, but it uses a potion explosion style thing off to the side.
Is that the one?
Did you see that one? It's got like 5 or 6 rows of marbles, and as you take them and stuff, those are the actions that are available.
Is that a single row?
Well, I mean, it's got like 4 or 5 marbles. It looks just like Potion Explosion.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like for real like Potion Explosion, but the idea of what's going on.
Right.
I traded my Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle pack of promos that we got last year at Gen Con for a game called Lemuria, which is New and Shrink. It's a tasty minstrel games, and it looks really, really cool. I don't know. I mean, it's got a decent rating. It's like a 6.3, which anything above a 6, I feel like it's good enough to play.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't think anyone's did anything with it. It came out in 2014, has 2 video reviews. I mean, it did not do. I don't know, but I'm interested in it, so I traded for it. Age of Conan is gone.
That was a long game.
Yeah, traded that for the World of Warcraft adventure game.
Oh, okay. The smaller box one, right?
And it came with a character pack as well. Formula D, I traded that for Council of Blackthorn, and another game called Noble Treachery. Both of these, Tom gave seal of approval for, so I feel like that was a good trade because I didn't really care for Formula D. I'd rather just play Russian Crush. People just had a heart attack. I traded 2 Santorini promos for Babel. It's a small 2-player game. It's a it's a Z-Man game, sorry, but it's a 2-player game.
Cool.
I actually tried to trade for that last year. Didn't get it. Archon, which is probably the only game on this list that I am kind of sad to trade.
Oh.
It's like a little worker placement game.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm really sad that I traded for it because I got Aquasphere.
Yay, our third puppy.
It's new and shrink, though. It's new and shrink. So I traded WWE Superstar Showdown for, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Haleakl or Kala, like Haley-Kalu.
Sure.
Anyway, it looks cool. It looks crazy on the front, actually. It kind of, I don't know why it reminds me of the front cover. It's a Z-Man game. It reminds me of Cacao, like the front cover.
Oh, yeah.
It probably looks like it's a similar box size, and it's got a 6.8, but it looks super cool. And let's see. Traded $10 for Mage Wars Academy, new and shrink.
Nice.
I didn't have that. I traded another unlocked game for a game it's a Queen game called 12 Thieves with a small sweetener. Or, sorry, no, it's another game. It's called Merchants of Amsterdam, which is new and shrink as well. Excuse me. I traded another unlocked game for Space Alert and a sweetener, which is, I believe, the expansion. Yeah, the New Frontier. Hold on a second. All right, that was a lot of talking. What else? I did $20 cash for Mord I Morosa. I'm incredibly happy about this. It's new and shrink, and it's a game I played at Dice Tower Con. But Matt, do you remember me talking about this?
Go with it. Let me see if I remember it.
I don't remember if it's like hidden roll or whatever, but you got this tower in the middle, and you drop cubes in it, but each of the floors disconnect, and you got to listen when you drop cubes in there because you got to kind of. Oh, that only went down maybe 6 floors. That only went down like 3 floors. And so at some point you're like, I'm making a guess. And you're saying on floor 6, there's 3 cubes. And you bust it open and see how many cubes are and stuff. Really fun. I had so much fun with this game. So I'm very excited about that. I traded away like 3 Quadropolis promos for the new and shrink copy of Spectres of Nevermore, the expansion. Looking forward to that. I am dying here. I don't know what's going on. Something's in my throat. I traded the promo pack to Eric.
Yeah.
The Cool Mini or Not promo pack. But I got Lotus, new and shrink.
Oh, neat. Okay.
A game I've been trying to buy for like a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I got like a dry spot in my throat right now. It's not working out. And Wombat Rescue.
Okay.
I traded for. This is the best game on my entire list, actually. This is the one I was the most excited to get. And when I went to do all the check marks and stuff, this is the first game I went to put everything against it.
Oh, really? All right.
I literally put my whole list against it. But it's the Mask of Anubis.
All right.
It's that, I remember like last year we did their Essen preview, and I talk about liking this game, but it's the game where it comes with a VR mask.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the shape of like a sphinx. You put your phone in it, and one player is looking around this 3D room. Everybody else has all the tokens and like little like pieces like sconces and like picture frames and stuff.
Right.
And the player who has the VR mask has like 6 or 7 minutes to say, all right, I'm facing north. It kind of goes up and goes to the left. And there's a sconce on maybe the wall to the right. There's a picture frame, and everybody else is trying to build this out like cooperatively. Then the next player gets the mask, and they have to build another part of it, but they don't know where they're at in this. So each player is going to build a section of the maze, and then at the end, you have to take it and put it all together. So, like, the other players built what Matt was talking about. The other players built what Eric was talking about. The other players built what Tim was talking about it. Now we're like, okay, when I was looking down the hallway, I kind of saw what's in your room, Matt. Maybe it kind of sits together like this. And you have so much time to attach all those together, and then the app will tell you, it'll show you a picture of how it actually should be. And you get, like, points based on how many things you get wrong and all that other stuff.
Huh.
But it was only a Japanese game at the time, and then they were going to bring it over in America, but Hasbro acquired the rights to it and decided to only put it in the big game night box that's like a loot crate thing. So, like, you purchase this, like, subscription to their game night box,
right,
and you get it. And that was, like, the only way to get it. So, dumb.
Indeed.
But now I have it.
Yay.
I'm looking super forward to this.
Sweet.
So. Anyway, that's cool. If you want to learn anything about math trades, if you go to bgd.com or boardgamegeek.com and go to the trades forum, there's a bunch of pinned posts at the top that will tell you about math trades, and it's like literally math trade for dummy. So it was incredibly easy to go through. It is a lot of information.
It is.
But it is incredibly detailed, I think, for beginners.
So. Which version was this one?
This was the older version.
The older version? Okay.
Yeah, OLWLG.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's all text-based. It's not pretty. Abacorn is all pictures, and it has its own GUI and everything.
Right.
So
I guess, yeah, well, they I guess put it up for a vote, and people decided to go back to the old version.
Gotcha.
That's true. I mean, really, it's all down to the trade organizer and which one he wants to use. But
right.
Yeah, I'm okay with using it. Even though it's not like a GUI interface, it works out really well.
Yeah, it does.
It's ugly, but it works out.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the math trade.